Hi guys, how are you? Welcome back. And if you're new here, welcome to my channel, Cindy's Cooking and Everything in Between, where I share my recipes and also some adventures that I'm gonna be taking. I can't wait to share that with you guys. I have a lot of adventures scheduled. Anyways, look at this rice. Look at how good it is. I'm gonna show you how I make my coconut rice and beans. I'm gonna share some secret with you, okay? But you cannot share it with anybody else. It's just between me and you guys, okay? So let's watch this intro and then I'm gonna show you how. Okay, for this recipe, I am using red beans, but you don't have to use red beans. You can use any beans you like. What I did, I used my pressure cooker to cook my beans, and the beans are cooked in minutes. And I actually cooked mine for 30 minutes. I'll next time make sure to do it only 20 minutes because they were kind of overcooked, and I don't like my beans too soft on my rice. In your pot, pan, whatever you want to use, caldero, should yeah. Add some oil. Vegetable oil is better because you get crunchy gratin. Add your épices. Let it fry for 3 to 5 minutes until it get a little. Let it get toasty because you want that flavor. It's a different type of flavor. You see what I mean? You see the how it's getting toasty. Let it get to that point for like a few minutes on medium high heat. And then we're gonna go ahead and add our beans. Like I said, my beans were kind of overcooked. Listen, if you don't have an pressure cooker, you need one. You absolutely need one because dry beans take a long time to cook, and these were done in like 30 minutes. They were like soft enough for sauce, not for rice. So I would suggest you do it for like 20-15 minutes if you like your beans a little hard like me. Anyways, add your beans and let it stir fry for a little bit on medium high heat. We're gonna add some dried shrimp. You could find these at the African stores or the Asian markets, if you know, depending on where you live. But these had such a good flavor to your rice. I absolutely love them. Here I added my black pepper and some of my spices. For my spices, I like to use Nor, Goya, and this pinto bean seasoning from Badia that I got. So I have it on my storefront on Amazon if you want to check it out. So what I'm adding right now is my gravy from my chicken. You know when you make chicken or whatever meat you are making, let's say we're gonna make fried chicken, and then you have that gravy left over. I use that for my rice. Let me tell you, that's my secret. Don't tell anybody. So whenever you're making rice and beans and you have leftover gravy from your chicken or your beef or your goat or your pork, well, not the goat one, but like these, use that in your rice. Then you don't have to add so much seasoning. It's gonna taste so good, you guys. Like, so good. And you can't tell anybody, okay? That's our secret. So add your seasoning, add that little secret, cover it and let it stir fry for a couple of minutes. And then we're gonna come back to add our water. And that's it. That's one of my secrets. Using the gravy from the meat. So what I did is I added my stock from the beans because we don't get rid of the water from the beans. That makes that flavor we want. We don't add, just regular clean water after sitting and throwing away the beans water. We save the beans water to use for the rice. You gotta do that. It's so much better. So go ahead and add your water, the beans water, and if you need more water, obviously you would add more, and if not, then that's good. Remember, adding my scotch bonnet pepper because I like mine a little spicy. Not too spicy, just that little hint, that little taste. Sometimes I don't even pop the pepper. I just like the flavor, that taste from it, and it's not spicy. So I added my herbs, of course. I like to use fresh thyme and fresh parsley and red bell pepper to enhance the flavor. Once the water boils, you're gonna go ahead and add your rice. I'm using white jasmine rice. You can use any kind. I honestly love using basmati rice, and I'm gonna have to stop eating rice, you guys. I had my blood work done, and it turns out I am pre-diabetic. Can you imagine? I don't even eat that bad. So like I really have to cut out my I know my problem is French bread. I can't stop eating bread, y'all. I cannot stop eating bread. I love bread so much and I really have to cut it because I cannot my health is the most important thing. So, like I said, I've been sharing recipes with you guys, so I'm going to continue to do that because I need to work on that. Like I had a talk with my doctor and she's like, "Yeah, we need to cut out on the carbs and the sugar." So I do have a sweet tooth, I really do, and it's horrible. And I love bread. Oh my gosh, bread. Anyways, add your rice and then stir it. You see how the rice looking in the water? You see how it looks like there's not enough water? If you want your rice to be gooey, like Haitian say it, this is how you cook it. Always add less water. Let's say you're cooking 2 cups of rice. Instead of adding cooking it with 4 cups of water, you're gonna cook it with 2.5 cups of water. A lot less water than the rice. So that, and then you let it steam for a little bit. That's how you really get that type of rice. Always add less water. And if the rice, when you add the rice to the water, if the rice is above the water, that means it's gonna come out the way, the Haitian way. So go ahead and cover, lower the heat at this point and let it boil. Let the water reduce. And once the water reduces, we go ahead and give it another stir. And that's the seasoning I was talking about, this pinto bean seasoning from Badia. It's really good, you guys, especially when making rice and beans. I love it. So, taste your food. This make sure that it's good, it's the way you like. You can always adjust your seasoning. If you don't like these, you don't like to use these, change it up, use something else. Like I use adobo from Loisa, amazing, in their sazon. These are really clean, pure ingredient spices. They don't have anything crazy. They're good spices. So, and they're also on my Amazon storefront if you want to check it out. I still have the Goya adobo, but I don't use it as much. It's just there because I've been using the Loisa adobo because it's a lot better, you guys, a lot better. But yeah, so you see the rice. Go ahead and lower your heat. Make sure you're cooking it here on low heat, and then cover and let it steam for 20-15 minutes. You know, when the water is reduced all the way, that's when you're gonna let it steam like this. The water is done like this. You lower the heat on low, like the lowest, low, 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 the lowest. You do that, and if you want, you can use a plastic, like some people do, or you can use a tin foil. Oh, excuse me, the tin foil. I've been using plastic for all my life, and my grandparents has also, and they're still alive. So it's really up to you if you want to use plastic or not. I use it, but I won't post it on the internet because I don't want people to talk to me about what my choice is. So feel free to use the plastic or the tin foil, or sometimes you don't even have to, just have to let it steam a little bit longer. And there it is. I did not use anything. So, like I said, look at it. Look how beautiful this looks. This looks exactly like me. So beautiful, so fine. But yeah, like I said, if you don't want to use a tin foil or plastic, you don't have to. Just let it steam a little bit longer. After you put the rice in the water, you would lower the heat instead of keeping it on medium high. So lower it. I have so many rice recipes on my YouTube, on my channel, so you guys watch them. And then if you watch them and you keep making rice, you will get better at it. Rice is one of these dishes you have to keep cooking and learning until you really get it the way you like it. But the biggest thing is to always, when it comes to Haitian rice, always add a little bit less water. Do not go with the American ratio, 2 cups of water to 1 cup of rice. Absolutely not. We do our own differently. Anyways, if you like this video, you guys, please give it a thumbs up. And of course, subscribe to my channel because you're gonna get so many more amazing, tasty recipes like this. And I'll be sharing secrets with you. And what I ate with my rice was legume. I made this legume papaya, fresh papaya, green papaya from my garden. Well, not my garden, my grandmother. So I made legume with it, and I didn't want to eat it with anything else but rice and beans. I don't mind white rice and legume, but with just the beans, just it does something for me. So I always eat it with, you know, legume with rice. That's how I like to eat my legume. Legume with my moulin, I can't do it. I'm sorry, because my moulin is already too mushy. And then legume with it, absolutely not. Legume with rice, always. And I'll do with yam here and there, but most of the time rice. And you guys, thank you so much for being here, for supporting me, for watching. I really appreciate every single one of you. Be sure to subscribe and leave a comment and let me know if you're gonna be making this dish and how you like your rice. And see you in the next one.